Praise, good morning. Welcome to Northview. Can we stand up together? If you're out in the lobby, go ahead and come on in. It's time to worship the Lord today. Let's lift him up. He's worthy to receive our praise today. Let's put our hands together. Sing it out. Our praise awaits you with the dawn. Our souls await to you and lift a song. We've seen the things that you have done, and still we know the best is yet to come. There's more to come. Open the gates and let your glory come down. Open our hearts and let our worship pour out. Oh, let it pour out. Your presence here is all we need. Your presence here is all we need. You break our chains, the sounds of victory. Yeah. You're changing everything. Open the gates and let your glory come down. Open our hearts and let our worship pour out. Open the gates and let your glory come down. Open our hearts and let our worship pour out. Oh yeah. Come flood this space. No one else can take your place. Come have your way. No one else can take your place. Make this your prayer. Come flood this space. No one else can take your place. Come have your way. No one else can take your place. Open the gates and let your glory come down. Open our hearts and let our worship pour out. Open the gates and let your glory come down. Open our hearts and let our worship pour out. Oh, let it pour out. Yes, let's give him praise this morning. We worship you, Jesus. You are worthy. You are worthy, God. You alone are worthy of our praise and our worship, God. And we lift you up. The struggle and sorrow, from glory to shame, praise you, Jesus. You know, in Isaiah 26, I was reading this week, that the Bible says if we fix our minds on him, if we put our trust in him, that he will put us in perfect peace. I don't know if this is true for you, but it definitely is true for me, that, man, sometimes I make it so difficult. And the things in this world that surround me get me distracted. Off of the one who saves, the only one that is worthy of our worship. But the Bible is clear when it says that if we fix our minds on him, if we trust him, he'll give us peace. Maybe there are some in here this morning that need some peace in their lives. Guys, that's what we do when we come together as a body. God calls us all of our different stories and our backgrounds, and he calls us into one place, and we begin to worship him. And when we worship him, our trust in him, our faith in him begins to grow. We forget about the things in this world. We forget about our circumstances, the things that weighed us down, and he's left, he remains. Can we just close our eyes right now? We're going a little off script here, but I just want to sing just a couple choruses that will just help us to just get back to that place where we're worshiping, where it's all about him. It's not about the person to your left and to your right. It's not about what's going on in your life right now. Sorry, Lord, for the thing I made. When it's all about you, it's all about you, Jesus. Guys, just let yourself encounter God this morning. If you feel comfortable, just lift your hands to him and worship. Let the troubles of this world fade in the light of his glory, in his presence. Let's just sing that chorus again. I'm coming back to the heart of worship. And I'm coming back to the heart of worship. And it's all sorry, Lord, for the thing I made. When it's all about you, it's all about you, all about you, Jesus. God, we worship you. God, we thank you for your love and your presence, God, and God, we're so sorry for the things that we make. Sometimes that we get so distracted, God, that we forget that you have the whole world in the palm of your hands. That you ask us just to fix our eyes on you. And you'll give us perfect peace. The cares of this world will fade in your light. You are worthy, God. We praise you. We thank you. And we give you all the glory. In Jesus' name. And we all said together, amen. Amen. Guys, you can go ahead and have a seat. Take a look at this.
About 7 years ago, I started attending Northview, and at that time, my finances were terrible. They were a train wreck. Was deeply in debt. I'd never had savings, never put money aside, and that debt just was continuing to grow. And it got to a point where I was looking at facing foreclosure on my home. I was nannying for a family at the time. It was a good Christian family, and I confided in the dad, where I was at financially and the struggle I was having. And he suggested to me taking a financial peace class and asked if I'd ever heard of Dave Ramsey. Started taking the class. They actually, ironically, were offering it at the Lafayette campus. So I got engaged there, took the class, worked the budget, and just, was being held accountable by them as well, to make sure that I was staying on track. And as I kept engaging and doing the budget, I was seeing these changes in my finances. I was seeing this movement, and in less than a year after that, I had actually paid off all my debt except for my house. So the thing that I was really encouraged by is that I was able to put this tithing into my budget. That was really important to me. That was something I really wanted to do, and so I started. And it wasn't a big amount. It was really small to start, but I had to start somewhere. And I just, over a period of time, just kept increasing that. And so it took me almost 2 years, but I finally got to the point where, I had reached that pinnacle 10% mark that I had in my head. And I was like, oh, I've arrived, I'm there. And that was great, but God knew that I need to be pushed a little bit more, and along comes this whole Uncharted campaign, and Steve would talk about, praying, how much does God, what's he calling you to give, to go beyond, and I just kind of thought to myself, well, I've already got, my number, I'm already there, I'll just, that's what I'm going to put down, I'm just going to keep that, I'm where I need to be at in my giving. And so I didn't really pray about it at first, and kind of felt convicted about that. And so when I did start praying, God gave me this number that just really scared me, because it was just, for me, it was a huge number. But every time I prayed about it, it was that same number. And so I was kind of trying to talk myself out of it a little bit, but it came to the night when we had the commitment ceremony. In the spirit of everything going on, when it came time to fill out that card, I put that bigger number down. And I loved getting those cards in the mail that would come every few months, because it was just really neat to see, all the different projects that the Uncharted money was going to. And I really loved that, because I just would remember hearing Pastor Steve say that if you're giving to Uncharted, your fingerprints are all over that. And that just, it made me feel like even this, what was to me a huge amount, but in the grand scheme of things like this much, that it was making an impact. And it just really encouraged me to keep going. And so fast forward, we're almost to the end of Uncharted. It's wrapping up in December, and I got a card in the mail, first part of October, and got to the part in the card where it shows, what your commitment is and where you're at in your giving. And I realized that I had already met the commitment that I had put down on the card, and I was just overwhelmed, because I know where I started at 7 years ago, and even 2 years before this, and to see what God did in that 2-year time frame, and how he miraculously got me to meet this goal was just, I was just overwhelmed. I just stood in my kitchen and put my head back, and I was just crying and just in awe of God. And I was like, I'm having this amazing yay God moment right now because I allowed him to stretch me. And I just felt like he just kept telling me, you know, you were comfortable, but you can't grow when you're comfortable. And so you needed to trust me a little bit more, because if I would have put down that first amount that I wanted, that would have been me achieving that amount. This amount was God, all completely God. And I was just in awe of that. It was just amazing.
Well, good morning, Northview. My name is Nathan. I'm the student pastor here at the Anderson campus, and I have the privilege of serving families with students in grades 5 through 12. So if I haven't had a chance to meet you, I would love to connect with you right after service. But right now I'm going to ask for our ushers to come forward to receive our tithes and offering. Northview, as God has given to us, we give back out of generosity, not because we have to, but because it's all his anyway. And so thanks for being faithful with your giving. Hopefully you've been able to experience some life change and from becoming more generous. And if you're here for the very first time, please let the bucket pass with absolutely no obligation to give. Let this service just be a gift to you. We're so glad that you guys are here. And I know that Kathy, we got to hear a little bit about her story and Uncharted, and a lot of it started with this course that she talked about called Financial Peace University. Many of you guys have heard about this that Dave Ramsey puts on, and over 5 million people have gone through this, including myself. And let me tell you, it is awesome. It might seem like as a student pastor that I'm just swimming with money. That might be a surprise for some of you guys. But let me tell you, this course is unbelievable. It gives you the tools to be able to pay off debt, to be able to save, and to be able to build wealth. And I'm still working this plan, but oh my goodness, I've made so much progress due to this course. And so it's a 9-week course. It's going to be offered in mid-January, and there is a cost to be able to register for it, but it's just for resources, and so it is worth every single dollar. I would encourage you guys to be able to be a part of this experience. Registration is going to come online in about a week, so go ahead and go onto northviewchurch.us, look for Financial Peace University, and I'd encourage you to go ahead and sign up for that. It's an awesome experience. You won't regret it. I also want to say a special welcome to everybody who's here for the very first time. We realize that there's a lot of places that you guys could be on a Sunday morning, so thanks for coming to hang out with us. And we want to get to know you as well. So one of the ways you can help us do that is by filling out the info card on the seat back in front of you. And just by filling that out and returning it to our info desk, we will donate $5 in your name to one of Northview's outreach partners called New York City Relief, which helps people coming out of addiction and transitioning out of homelessness. And so your $5 donation can make a huge difference in someone else's life. So I would encourage you to do that, but even more so, we'd love to connect with you. I'll be out in the lobby, and I would love to get to know you as well. We've got an announcement coming up just for the ladies, all right? So we've got a really cool thing coming up December 7th. It's called our Women's Christmas Dinner. So if you're a woman, you like Christmas, and you eat dinner, this is for you guys, all right? But really, it's so much more. It's a time to be able to, in the craziness of this season, it's a time to slow down and be able to connect with other women. There's going to be a speaker to encourage you guys. And top it off, it's a night where you don't have to cook, you don't have to clean, you just get to hang out and eat food. So I'd encourage you to go ahead and go online to our website and sign up for that. But if you want some more information, there's going to be somebody at our ministry hub, and we would love to get you involved in that. Again, we're in this Christmas season, and we're so excited. Maybe you saw the Christmas tree as you were coming on in, and it's filled with those tags. And so I'd encourage you on your way out, go ahead and grab one of those tags to be able to sponsor a kid to bring back that gift by December 2nd so we can provide Christmas for a family in our community. But we're celebrating Christmas in a really cool way. We've got a series coming up to be able to celebrate this awesome series. So to share a little bit about what it's all about, go ahead and take a look at your screens.